Boom, what's going on, everyone? Thought I'd give a quick little video update here on Shopping Cart. Honestly, not too much to report here. Really just kind of cleaning up my code here before I get into some more advanced styling. So within my source folder here, breaking into a components folder, and within the components folder, there's a homepage folder, there's a loading and product folder, or sorry, no, loading and air folder. There is product and shopping folder, and also a styles folder here. So before I kind of had everything, all these different components living in source, but I was talking with a developer friend of mine who's kind of looking at my code. He says you got to kind of clean it up a bit. So had the idea of, or sorry, not had the idea. He was the one who gave me the idea of just kind of breaking it up into different folders, things like that. If some functionality and logic go together, then kind of organize them in a folder together. That's kind of what I'm doing there. So then homepage, I have the about section, the footer, the header, the homepage, the image carousel, and kind of show you that. That's the homepage here. This is the header, top. Image carousel is this middle component here. So big old section here. Got that image carousel in there. And this is the footer down here. All the stuff down there. Okay. And then we got the, what's it called? The About Us page as well, which is in part of the homepage as well. I think it's kind of fitting. It's kind of just a static page. Has a little, something about the story there. A couple pictures. That's about it. Pretty static. Not too much going on there. What else do we have in that folder? We have the about, we have the footer, header, and homepage is where everything kind of gets called. Not sure if I maybe need to refactor this, but the homepage kind of like it's calling header. It's really calling all the contents of the homepage there. So it might be a little redundant that I have that there. I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to leave that in there for now. But yeah, homepage here is where it's calling header, image carousel, it's passing them props there, and it's calling that footer as well. So, okay, that's homepage. We have loading and air. This includes all our, air component there. So if we did encounter an error, it will display it. We have the loading component, so you can kind of see that in action. Boom, there you go, right there. I kind of had if you didn't catch that. If I refresh it again, see a little loading there, ... So it kind of just alerts the user that, hey, we're waiting to get your, you made that API call, and we're just waiting a little bit to get those images back to you. So boom, that's it there. We also have a not found component. If I enter some BS, in the little search bar there, I don't know if I can test it out like this here. Let's see. I go / blah, 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 blah. And, okay, that worked. Page not found. So if I enter some BS after the shopping component there, or any component I'm on, I do a / and blah, blah, blah. It will say page not found. It doesn't match any of the routes using React Router there. Boom, that's it there. Okay, we also have product and shopping components. This includes the checkout page, the product page, search modal, and the shopping component. I feel like all those go together, so I organize them into a folder. Give you some of that in action here. If I go back, here's our shopping component. Here's the product page. If I click on an individual product, it gets its own page, like so. And we also have the checkout component. If I go here, yeah, it kind of looks pretty shitty still, but the styling's coming. Styling's coming, people. It's going to be a goddamn work of art when this is done. Oh, man. Okay, that's checkout component, and that's all the items in the folder there. That's for product and shopping. They all kind of go together. And then we have styles. It's kind of its own folder there, like that. App JSX and main. I was told they don't have to go in a folder. I'm probably going to confirm that with one other person, but they said it's fine just to kind of live in the source folder in your app there. So that's pretty much it. That's shopping cart there. Kind of close out the video with a little jiu-jitsu discussion again. Friday night jiu-jitsu class. It was amazing as always. We had some pretty major storms here on the East Coast recently. Where I'm at in Pennsylvania. So we've had some kind of big storms recently. Good amount of snow. And we got some snow today. We got about 4 to 6 inches of snow, somewhere around there. The roads weren't too bad at all. It was pretty, class was still on for tonight, which was great. Still got some great training in. Got a good sweat in. Learned a lot for sure. Got great rounds in. All good overall. Great experience. Roads were fine. Roads were not bad at all. Yeah, whatever crews that clean up the roads and salted them up, they did a phenomenal job. I was super happy I got able to go to class today. Really wasn't too much of a turnout, but I'm so glad that they didn't cancel class today because, hey, you got to get it in no matter what. And I love their mindset at the gym that, they're always open. They're open 7 days a week. They're open on holidays. Man, I can't think of any time that they are off. And I love that mindset of just, training every day, 7 days a week, no days off. You got to work. You got to grind. We don't care if it's the holidays. We don't give a shit that it's snowing out. We get it in no matter what. That being said, there was only two other people in class. And so, plus our instructor as well. But we still got some good rounds in. We still got some good training in. And we did some takedowns from the feet. We did some guard passing drills. I say more like live positional, like guard passing, where you're trying to retain your guard, the other person's trying to pass. Great positional work as always. It was awesome. It was awesome. So that's kind of Friday's class there. Felt great. Felt like a savage coming in. Everyone else is at home, taking in a little snow day. Well, we're getting some extra work in, son. That's what it's all about. It's the same with the coding stuff, too. I could easily come home and just, fuck off and do whatever, not get to my work and everything, but I got to do it. I got to do it. Close to applying to jobs here soon, so we got to get it done. We got to get it done. We got to work no matter what, and we got to get that job. We got to get that first job. So we're not taking any days off here. We're doing a little bit each day. We're all about consistency over intensity, getting something in each day. Getting good training in, getting good studying in, but not burning ourselves out. Not doing like 8-hour, 12-hour crazy shit like that. Man, I feel like you can still get, 5 or 6, maybe some solid hours in there, depending on the day. Maybe I'm a little bit busier with work and things like that. But man, if I can get, 4 to 5 hours of studying every day, that's a good day. That is a good goddamn day. So, what else? What do you want to talk about? Yeah, something on my mind today. I came across a competition class and Friday night class. Man, if I were to start all over, would I pick either jiu-jitsu or would I pick judo? Man, I have some background in judo as well. Judo's great. A big fan of judo. I love jiu-jitsu too. I really, really love jiu-jitsu. But man, if I was starting over again, I probably would have started with judo first. I think, I do want to train both. I think I always will train both judo and jiu-jitsu. I haven't trained judo in a while. Got a pretty bad shoulder injury from it. This is probably like a year and a half ago, where I had dislocated my left shoulder here, and it was extremely, extremely painful. It's kind of just from a bad fall, kind of a freak accident, really. I never had any major injuries from judo, honestly. Nothing major at all. Very, very lucky with that. Knock on wood to me. But man, I think there's something really special about judo. I really, really like judo a lot. I think in jiu-jitsu at times there can be a lack of drilling takedowns and going from the feet, honestly. And takedowns are very, very important. You got to know how to get the fight to the ground. You got to know how to be devastating with your throws in the self-defense situation. Man, they work absolutely fantastic. And if you just have some basic knowledge of judo throws, I think it can keep you out of a lot of trouble. And I think it's so important just for self-defense, just for grappling in general, just being able to dictate where the fight takes place. Honestly, judo's great. Judo's great. God, not sure if any of this is making sense here, but big fan of grappling overall. Man, if I had to probably start again, I would definitely pick judo. Just in love with the takedowns. And it's maybe think about it in class tonight as we were doing like live rounds from the feet. That's just so good that we actually are doing takedowns, because in my old school, like we didn't really do too much at all. We didn't do like any takedowns at all. No takedowns, no leg locks. It's just crazy. Like you got to know takedowns. You got to know takedowns. You got to know how to take the fight to the ground. You got to know how to take the fight to the goddamn ground. And there's just so many different types of takedowns. We got single legs, double legs, you got ankle picks, we got fireman's carries, and you got all the different judo throws like a sotogari, ochigari, seonagi. There's so many different variations. And the history of judo is very fascinating as well. And even though you can't grab the legs in judo, it's still so effective because there's still so many great hip throws that you can do. shoulder throws like seonagi. There's just all different types of techniques that you can do. So you don't always have to, think about singles and doubles, going down to your knees, blasting up like that. No, you can still stay on your feet and still, you can still get takedowns. So, yeah, that's about it there. Yeah, if I were to maybe start grappling again, I would definitely probably start with judo first or wrestling. Learn that takedown base first. Learn how to fight from the feet. I think it's super, super important. And that's about it, guys. That is about it. Hopefully, by the end of this weekend here, I get this whole components and folder structure figured out there. And I also kind of get working on wanted to make a special folder or function that just has my API calls in it. So I'm going to try and clean that up a little bit there with a friend of mine, and hopefully make a video on that before the end of the weekend. But until next time, guys, keep working hard, take it easy. God bless and love you all. Thank you.